we're off. Alright. Hopefully we should be good. I'm on my work cell. And that's an iPhone 15, but it's Verizon. I have T-Mobile. So, who's here watching? I'm curious. Don't forget to hit the thumb up. Hey Mark, he's a wheeze. I was wondering who's here. But yeah, I'm heading Protein Toys, getting some special cars today. Of course, Auto World. I might pick up some AFX, some of the new ones. Good morning, buddy. So last night we went over to a friend's house, actually our old neighbors, and I gave them, hey Mike, I gave them, they have a daughter and a son, same age as Alex, the son, and the daughter is a few years younger. But I gave them their first starter slot car set, so I thought that was pretty cool. So it's a AFX, just the starter Formula E cars. But we set that up last night. 4 people already at 7:30 in the morning. That's pretty cool. We set that up last night, and they were playing. They were loving it. So they got the hang of it really quick. So I'm gonna probably bring them some cars that like Scooby-Doo stuff that I have and things like that. So that I don't want. Then Alex, you know, I can't get Alex to race with me ever. And then as soon as we set up that track, he wants to race, and he gets all bummed out because they're racing, he's not. And I'm like, dude, I ask you to race all the time. I'm in my little Honda. This is the car I use to go back and forth to work because I live an hour away from my job. So I don't put miles on my truck or Brianna's car. So I just take this little Honda Civic. It's like a 2007 or something like that, 4-door Honda Civic. Cost me like $26, $28 to fill it up. 40 miles a gallon. It's perfect. You know, it's solid. There's no rust or anything like that. And if it gets scratched or a rock chip or something, I'm not worried about it. So, but it's old man tan. Gold outside, gold inside. And tan outside, tan inside. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but hey, it does what I need it to do. So I'm gonna take that out to Brian's today. But I figured I'd do a little live this morning, kill some time for me, and talk about a little bit of slot cars. So there's some big news coming out of Auto World, I guess. They're gonna have the Love stuff's coming out. Looks like the NASCAR set's coming out at the end of August, and then the trucker set is sometime in October. That's right, Mike, point A to point B. So so that's good for them. I think they're coming out with a new chassis, it sounds like, which if you go back on one of their videos a long time ago, a few months ago, you could see they were testing a chassis, and the body looked like one of Jag's new cars that he came out with. I don't know what chassis it was, but it's an inline, so, and it was running pretty good. So we'll see. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a toy to them. It's more than a toy to us. Yeah, well, Auto World needs, I think Auto World was mad because Auto World should have probably had better, and I don't know because I'm not there, but Auto World probably should have had better communication. But these are all brand new people, and when they came in to talk to, they didn't know who Brian was. They just saw a balance, and they were like, hey, this isn't a good customer. They have a big balance. And then, they're not gonna, they don't know what the terms, they don't know the relationship that Brian had with Auto World with the prior ownership. So They look at it as, we want our money now, and we don't know if we want you later. And that's when Brian, I think, just said, you know what? And then he did that big sale, and I don't think they liked the way he did that sale. So, but either or, they got paid, but it never started off on the right foot, and it's usually a lack of communication, and it's on both sides. It's, you know, and you know, one has a theory of the other, and one talks about the other, and that's not a good thing. But it looks like they've cleared the air. Making money will fix a lot of things. I'm sure, you know, Brian sees, you know, his income of, you know, making money off of those Auto World diminishing and going possibly away at that time, and he was freaking out. He wasn't happy about it. So I get that. They weren't telling him what they were going to do. We didn't know what they were going to do. But it sounds like they wanted to figure some things out, see where they can be efficient with their funds. Makes sense. And now it looks like they got a plan for for Q4 and for the next year, I bet. So I hope they come out with something around Christmas time to really push it, and maybe a new set, AFX 2. Yeah. And then Brian with SCX, you know, that worked out good. You know, the last I talked to Brian about it, it didn't look like it was going to happen, just because, you know, the economy and banks right now, they don't want to loan. They're very cautious on what the money they're lending out. So, you know, they got to be careful on that. So, but it looks like they're getting SCX, which is good for me, because that's what I wanted. I'm going to set up a Carrera and a SCX track. But we'll get to that 132nd later on, and that will be a winter thing, probably. And then this morning I was up early. I was up at like 5. I don't know why. I just woke up, and I saw that Chris Bayless posted a video, and I was like, oh, cool. And then when I started the video, his track was all torn down. And I'm like, oh, I thought he was going to get it, you know, he talked about buying a routed track. Not too much, probably just getting out orders. I'm going to go there and help them for most of them. I'll probably leave around 1 or 2. I'm meeting Norm. Norm's there. Norm will be there around noon, he said. He lives nearby, so, and then I'll get the cars that he bought to him. So, I gotta make sure know where I'm going. I've been here 100 times, but you forget sometimes. And it's funny, GPS never takes you the same way. For me, it's mostly country to go to Brian. I live in the country, and it's mostly country to get to him. It's about 2 hours, and I won't do 2 hours, but, alright, so I'm gonna take 30. What? Okay, it's not the 30th today. But, now AFX Q4. So AFX did 27 cars per an interview I saw last year. And right now I think they're around 20. So, or 21, 22, something like that. But they're not above 27, that's for sure. So they're going to have to come out with quite a few cars, I think, for Q4, which I'm sure they are. I don't know what they're going to be. Maybe some more F1 cars, that would be nice. But I am anticipating them doing a super international F1 set. You know, it's been a long time since they came out with a new set. The last one was the horsepower shootout, I believe. So I think they need to do a new set. So I hope that happens. And there's rumors, and this is just a rumor. I don't know if this is true or not, This is secondhand information from to me, but there's rumors that they could be coming out with some Super G Plus chassis, some cars. I don't know if that's true. I mean, that's secondhand knowledge or information to me. So until I see it, that's why I'll believe it. But if they did come out with that Super G Plus, that would be awesome. So, and I don't know why they ever got away from it, to be honest with you. I assume that cam motor is cheap to make, and that's why they did it. I'm hitting construction. It's weird. This part of town. But hopefully the stream looks good. We got 6 people watching. If I can get 6 likes, that'd be cool. I got 1 thumbs up right now. That's it. But so what I gotta do is I'm gonna be doing more videos kind of like this. I'm not gonna always be doing auctions on my videos because I'm real close. So for you to be monetized, you got to be 500 subscribers. And I've got a few this week, so that's kind of cool. I don't care about being monetized. Hey, Paul, your stuff went out yesterday, buddy. It was picked up by the mail lady yesterday, so you should be able to track that. Anybody that bought anything went out this morning. So, and I had 2 eBay orders that went out with the 2. Hey, 7 people. No, thank you, Paul. So I'm going to try to pick up some more stuff. The Tyco stuff has been shipped. I got an email from my buddy, all the way, I believe he's in Belgium. And it's amazing how fast the shipping comes from him. I get stuff faster from him than I do from Scott. And it's not his fault. It's the post office. It's just how it is. But he's sending the Tyco stuff and Mega G and Mega G Plus. There's a couple of Mega G Plus. I got some Peugeots. There are Mega G Pluses, I believe. So if anybody's interested in those Peugeots, all carded, brand new. Everything that is coming is all carded, brand, new, not opened. He's staggering it, so he's sending a box a day, I believe. So because customs can get curious if he does it all at once, so he's not doing it all at once. Thanks, guys, for those thumbs up. But so that's, I'm looking, I believe it's around 55 or 60 cars, which is cool. He threw in the Superflow, I believe it's the Superflow and the number 46 car from the Days of Thunder. It's a twin pack. I don't know if I'm going to keep that or not. Scott's telling me I should keep it because that's pretty cool. There's not many of those around anymore. So, but we'll see how it goes. If somebody really wants it, then I'll get rid of it. But the prices on these are going to be super fair. I got a great deal on them. So you'll probably be, if somebody's interested, every car will probably be $20 or $30 cheaper than what you will find them on eBay. That's how good of a deal I got from him. So, and I'm going to keep buying from them. If you guys want cars, Tycos, Mega Gs, SRTs, I'll keep buying from them. You don't need the thumbs up. That's true. And I don't care about that stuff, the thumbs up, but I do type thing. I mean, I would like for my stuff to get pushed more. Oh, so Brian, I was nice to my wife this morning. I dropped off a dozen donuts to her and Alex, and I got her her fancy coffee she likes. I've never had coffee, so but I'm bringing Brian these special donuts. Oh, so I forgot. So Brian called me in a frantic last night and said, you got to be here. You got to call for work next Friday. You got to be here. I was like, well, I'm camping. I'm already off. I was like, why? He's in a demolition derby with a minivan. So next Friday night, I think he's going to live stream him in a demolition derby. So, and I don't think he realizes it's pretty violent to be in one of those. And I hope he doesn't hurt himself because he's not young. That's for sure. His last name's Young, but he's not young. So, but yeah. So back to those Tyco cars. There's 5 or 6 or 7 Indy cars, all carded, 440X tubes, times tubes. I can't remember which cars there was of that. I think there's a Valvoline. Scott said there's some that he doesn't have, and they are very desirable. There's a bunch of Porsches. I might keep 1 or 2 of them. A bunch of NASCARs. A bunch. It's a lot of NASCAR. There's a... I don't want to tell you that something I didn't get. I think there's the circuit car from AFX. That's carded. Actually, no, it's cubed. It's the Japanese version, Tomy version. What else? The Mercedes Silk. No, the Mercedes, I forget what they call that. But it's that gray one, or silver one. That's a Tomy edition. In the cube, Japanese. All brand new, ribbon wrapped. So, I got some of those. And I might buy more. If these sell quick, I'll buy more from him, because he's got a lot more of this stuff. But you guys just let me know what you think of the cars, and I'll keep buying from them. But and Guinness, your stuff went out too, if you're on here. I think that's how he says his name. Actually, that's I think it's Steven is his first name. It's hard to keep track of everybody. I got a lot of Mikes. There's G Bud, he's Mike. Then there's Mike. Then there's Mike Fiegel. Well, that's Mike Fiegel. And then there's Mike Barak. I think that's something like that. I think that's how you pronounce it. There's a lot of Mikes. There's Silent Mike. So there's a lot of Mikes. So I gotta keep those separated. But I do have that new email. It's theoriginalaadamhurt@gmail.com. So if you guys ever want to get a hold of me, you can email me at that. I think there was an issue. There's an issue with something with Apple and with all the emails, actually. It wasn't just, it was even giving me problems with the Gmail. And then I got it figured out somehow. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited to go Pro Tinker today. I'm going to help out because I want Daniel to be able to stay home today to help his wife. And they just had the new twins. And, you know, it's important for him to be there so I can help Brian. So Daniel will have to, they'll probably send me down to the warehouse and organize and grab some things from there, which I don't mind. It's 2 blocks away. Just load up the car and bring it back to him. They're paving the road, so it's down to 1 lane, which stinks. But I live southeast of Bryan, so I'm going northwest. But right now we're just heading west. So, and then I'll start heading north. But it takes me about 2 hours on the dot to get there. It's not a bad drive. It goes quick. The speed limit's 70 most of the way. Hey, 7 people. It's pretty cool. Scott's got a live tonight. I watched Rich show last night. I got there a little late, but it's pretty cool. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to see Scott's show because my wife's work next week. So we live real close to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, just about 25 miles away. And this weekend kicks off the week of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So they do a balloon festival. That happened last night and this morning. And then tonight there's a drone festival. So they'll do, you know, make images out of drones. So we're probably going to go see that. I have never had coffee in my life. I've never had coffee. I've never had hot tea. I've never had sweet tea. That's a lie, though, on the sweet tea. I accidentally sipped my wife's. We got like a McDonald's like drink. Like I got Sprite and she got a sweet tea. I think we were We didn't even get food. We just got something to drink. Well, they mixed up the. They told me one. I picked up the wrong one, and I said, I was like, oh my gosh, this is disgusting. So what I have in the morning, every morning, is water. It's good for you. So water gets me going. I never have needed caffeine to get me going. So, oh, second cup. Well, I picked up my wife a hot caramel macchiato for her. So I dropped that off in the donuts. She told me I didn't have to do it, but it's our anniversary this week, so I better do it on Wednesday. It's our anniversary. So I don't know if I'm going to do a live, though. I might have to do it on Tuesday, because we might go out to dinner Wednesday night. And then Friday we're going to be camping. And I would live stream down there, but we don't get very good cell service. It's Salt Fork State Park in Ohio. It's a gorgeous place. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, I think we've been married 15 years, I think. So it's been a good road, and we're blessed with Alex. He's a good kid for the most part, but he's no different. He'll be 7 August 8th, and then my birthday's Thursday. So our anniversary is a Wednesday, and then my birthday's Thursday, and then Alex is August 8th. So he's pretty excited about it. He told me I could invite everybody from the live stream to his birthday. I was like, Alex, they live all over the country, so that won't happen. He said, oh man. So, but I don't know what we're gonna do. We might go. We might take him to like a arcade place and have a few of his buddies there, a couple cousins. Hey, John. Thanks, buddy. You too. But yeah, wow, 8 people. 7:55 in the morning. But yeah, so we brought Brian some good homemade donuts from Michael's Bakery. It's hey, Rybird. So, but yeah, I've never had coffee. My mom never drank coffee. My dad never had coffee. Now, my dad's retired, and now he likes iced coffee, so he drinks some iced coffee. But my mom, I don't think, has ever had coffee. She drinks hot tea. She loves her hot tea. So, yeah, we're out of that construction, and we're moving down the road. So, in the old Honda Civic. But yeah, I'm excited for these Tyco cars and these Mega G's to come in. Toby cars. I got a Shelby Daytona SRT, I believe it is, the number 6 car, or number 5, number 6 or 5, I can't remember. It's a blue. It's the blue version, light blue. I got that. I forget what other Mega G's I got. I think I bought. I think there's an Audi in there. I can't remember, to be honest with you. Sorry, guys. My brain, by Saturday, my brain is so fried from work. With me keeping up on everything, it's like mush. You can't retain it all anymore. Like, it's just crazy. But yeah, if you like the Tycos, I got some special edition Hot Wheel Mattel version, not Hot Wheel, but Mattel like anniversary cars too, all carded in this bunch. They are stock cars. I got a bunch of super stockers, if you guys like those. So Scott said those super stockers are very collectible. People like those, so I grabbed those. I got some Davey Allison cars. I think Rich would like those. But yeah, they're all brand new carded. So, what else did I get? But I'm gonna pick up some stuff today from Brian. Maybe sell it on the channel to you guys. But a lot of the stuff I have I already have from Brian, so I'll try to pick up stuff. Is there anything you guys wanted that I don't have that Brian sells that I can, maybe give you guys a good deal on or something? Let me know. If anybody needs pick kits or anything, like even like Mega G or SRT pick kits or Super G Plus, I can pick those up. Man, sorry, excuse me. Black Cougar Thunderjet. All right, I'll see if he has that. Did they make a Black Cougar? I know that they made a red with a like silver and black. I'll look and see. I did throw some of the cars that haven't sold, some of the I-wheels. I threw those, heading out to drive. All right, Mark. Yeah, it's supposed to be like 90 here today. Thanks for stopping in, man. Be careful, be safe. I shouldn't be yawning. I should be eating one of these donuts. Wake me up. That's number 14. Oh, okay, yeah. I actually have one of those. Oh, yeah. I know which one you're talking about. I think I have one of those. If I don't, I'll get you one. I gotta remind myself. Middle note. Tall, Black Cougar. I know exactly which one you're talking about. That's a hard. Those cars sold well. And Brian, when he was doing that triple pack, the Nomad and all that, that's the car he wanted to do, was the Cougar. And I'm like, yeah, crazy. Why would you want it? But those cars sell. Hey, Blue Oval. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Nice dirt bike. Let's see what it is. KTM? I don't know what that was. It looked like a KTM. Man, I am yawning. I don't do that. Ryburn. Sounds like a really nice group of cars. Brian, he does have pick kits. So do you mean the deluxe pick kits or actual just pick kits? If he does, if you need one, I do have pick kits at my house, Ryburn. If Brian doesn't have any, I'll let you know. But I know I have one package of them, and I don't ever use T-Jet, so. Over. I might get ran over by this BMW. And I'm going 12 miles an hour over the speed limit. Okay, I'll grab those. I don't know if I have any deluxe pick kits of Thunderjets. My plan is today to see if I can buy a box of one of each of the deluxe pick kits before they have to send them back. Did Super Dave player? No, he did not. He didn't even message me, John. So, you got first dibs on him. So, I was a little bummed out at Brian. I told him the next day, I was like, hey, I'm glad that you made, $450 on those cars. But you auction one car off at a time. I had a bid in already, and I wasn't butthurt about it because I know he has another batch of them, of those Formula cars. So, and Dave buys a lot of stuff from him. So, he was being good to a good customer, but I'm a good customer too, and I already had a bid on a car, and I was a little peeved about it. Even Brianna was like, hey, that wasn't kind of cool, but I'm glad that he made the money he made. I was willing to pay $450 for all four cars because those cars are one-offs, and the guy that builds those cars in the slot car community of custom cars, he's at the top. So where Brian bought those cars was an auction at the Cleveland Slot Car Show, which I was there sitting next to him, and I believe I posted the video when Brian bought these cars. But the guy that was buying these cars is the guy that bought AFX Canada back in the late 80s. And Roy knows, he's like, you can't put $1 on craftsmanship. And those cars are immaculate. Like the one that Brian was showing, I don't know what was all over it, but they're not that way. Those cars are, you would think they were a special edition thing built by AFX. They look immaculate. So, and they have wiper shoes, but you know, I would have paid $450, but I was like, you know what, let Super Dave have that. And to be honest with you, I wanted to give them to Ted. That's why I was bidding. I wasn't bidding to save them for myself. I was going to give them to Ted, and I told Brian that. And he was like, oh, he felt really bad because he likes Ted, and Ted has helped him out a lot. And I said, that's why I was bidding on them, just to give him to Ted, because I knew Ted has always wanted those, and Ted has given myself and Brianna and Alex some very, very valuable cars for nothing. And I want to kind of return that favor of giving him something that he doesn't have. So I'm going to try to get the next ones that he sells, and those are going to Ted. I know he'll probably not take them, but he's taking them. So, but no, I'm happy Super Dave got him. Super Dave's a great guy. He's great for the hobby. What is it? Oh, no. I'm just learning from others, John. They you know, people have given to us a lot. I mean, Ted, Chucky B, James and Angela Adler. I haven't seen them in a long time. Hope everything's all right. They've donated cars. Mark, the mayor, Scott. I mean, all of these people, everybody. I mean, everybody, their time watching and kind words is, you know, yeah, that's all you can do. I mean, and you know, like last night, we gave our old neighbors that slot car set, and I'm like, I want them to have the joy that I had when I was a little kid, and then I see how much fun Alex has with them, and they never even seen anything like that. So they had super fun with that last night. So I told them I need to give them a loop, but I don't want them to break their cars, so maybe we'll leave the loop out, but give them a track counter so they can keep tabs on how many laps they're doing and see who wins. So I think I'm gonna give them one of those, because I don't use that stuff anymore. But oh yeah, thanks, John. They are, and that's why that group of people are tune in every week, and you like yourself and Ryburn and Blue Oval and Mark, you know, we're all good people, supportive, and it really honestly started with Brian. I mean, Brian has been, you know, there's some people that will complain about Brian, and you know, Brian is a little bit more expensive on some things than other places, but I'll tell you what, I've seen Brian give away a lot of stuff, hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, and sets, cars to kids. I think I was talking to Daniel. Brian gives out, and I've seen it, Brian gives out $2 bills when he goes on vacations to kids that are 10 and under. And I asked Daniel, how much do you think he's done that? How much money? And he did it when his daughter passed away, because his daughter was very giving. I never met his daughter, but that's what I've been told about her and the stories I've heard. He's given over $10,000 away in $2 bills. $10,000 to kids. You know, I've been on the road with him, and there is a family that pulls up. They were in a van just like his, so they kind of connected that way. Brian was like, hey, where are you guys headed to? And the guy told him, the guy said, I'm a missionary. And Brian was like, you are? So I think Brian gave him $1,000 right there in cash. $1,000. So I wanted to help you. You know, I want to help your cause. And I couldn't believe it. So I've seen him give away at every slot car show we go to. Brian finds a kid and hands him a set. Now it might be just a generic, you know, Auto World set or a Johnny Lightning set, but you should see, you know, you should see the kid's face when Brian gives them those sets. They're like, what? And it was cool. The last Cleveland show, I can't remember the kid's name, but he's been there the last couple of years and he wins all the time. It's really good. He's in a club, and I would say the kid's about 12 maybe. And so he's a pretty good racer. He beats adults. I mean, you can tell the kid's skilled. And he brought Brian an original T-Jet and gave it to him. And that car was probably worth some money. Well, that was nice of that kid to do that, because Brian, he knew, you know, Brian was putting on those races, and that kid appreciated that. And that was super nice of that kid. So this year the Cleveland show is going to be further east. It's going to be closer to Youngstown. It's actually right by my work. It's like 5 minutes from my work. So so it'll be a little bit different at that show. I'm anxious to see how it does. I hope it does well. I think having it at the old place, where the hotel is attached to it, is really nice to have it that way. I think it helps things. This might deter a few people because the hotels are a few miles down the road instead. But you can leave your stuff set up the whole weekend and no one messes with it instead of just one morning. So that might be a good thing too. Right now we're going through Mansfield. So if you've ever seen the movie Shawshank Redemption, the prison is in Mansfield, Ohio, and it's I think it's called the Mansfield, I forget what they call it, Mansfield, they got a name for it, but it's a prison. But that's where they filmed the Shawshank Redemption, was at that prison. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm on 30 West. So, but yeah, those shows, we got a show September 22nd. It's in Kentucky. I'll be going with Brian on to that. I think Daniel might come, but he might not. To be honest with you, Daniel needs to stay home and help his wife for a few months instead of going on these shows. Me and Brian got it. We'll be able to handle it. Brian might come. He's busy with his store, so. But yeah, so I don't know exactly where that show is in Kentucky. I'll find that out and announce it on the live stream, but it's the end of September, on a Sunday. I believe Sunday. So, but it's a good show. It's a good size show. It's a mix of things. It's a mix of slot cars, Hot Wheels, and models. We did all right at it. We didn't go last year, I don't think, but the year before we did it, I believe. It was the year before. We did all right. Hey, thanks, Sean. That's kind words, man. Yeah, you gotta. So, please stop by. If I met you at Highland, remind me. You know, when you get there. Hey, this is John, and but yeah, we go to Highland. That's a great show. Highland is very, very good. We make more money at the Richfield show just because it's 2.5 days long. But the Highland show is very good. Now, the Highland show, if it was mine, I would do it a little bit different. I would not line every vendor up and 100 people deep to take their money to pay. What you need to do is you need to, you know, let them come in and go around to every table and get their money right then. Or, you know, but they block the door where everybody brings their stuff in, and there's multiple doors that can be used, but he doesn't let people use it. And I get it. That guy's been doing that show for a long time, but it's not easy on the vendor. Let's make it efficient and easier for the vendor, and find a way for it easy for the promoter to collect the money. Oh, John, you need to go. 20 minutes. It's a 6-hour drive for. No, it's 6-hour drive for me. I meet Brian, and it's a 4-hour drive, I want to say, for us from Brian's place. But we get home, we get back around 9 or 10, and then I drive home from there. But it's a good show. I mean, we make great money there. That will be coming up probably. I don't know when that one is. They do 2 of them. They do a fall and a spring. So the Richfield show, or I shouldn't call it Richfield, the Cleveland show. It's really not Cleveland anymore. I'd call it the Northeast Slot Car Show. Is really what it is now. That is October 18th, I think. Like that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So whatever that weekend is, like the 18th, 19th, or 20th, 21st, 22nd, I think is what it is. I gotta look at my calendar. But we're about an hour and 15 minutes away. I probably won't do it live the whole way, but who knows? There's 10 people watching, so they're not bored with what I'm saying, I guess. But the Highland Show is cool. The Highland Show is very fast-paced too. And where we got located last year was not where we wanted to be. We wanted to be on the back. They put a canvas curtain across, and we like having that to our back. But it's at the back of the show, so people have already spent their money through sometimes, but they see us, we put it on end, and we put our sign, so people come straight to us. I've seen it where they just come straight to us, which is cool. Kentucky show, we're on the back wall, which is nice because we can stack all the sets. Show is interesting. We do well. We did well. We do okay. Last show we did really well. Yeah, hit refresh, Paul. It'll come back. It'll come back. Sorry about that. I'm on my work cell, so okay, good. The New Jersey show we used to have up against the stage. We were a little late getting our paperwork in, so they moved us. But we were in the middle of the show. But I liked it actually more because we had 2 sides of the table, so we could stay in the middle and work both sides. I'd rather have that way. And I can keep an eye on everything that way. We put the sets down below the tables. But the New Jersey show, we did really well this year. Surprisingly, it was in May too, and we made darn good money at that show. So I'm happy to see that because, that's good for Brian, and he can invest more money in the slot cars. 11 people, pretty cool. So if you've never been to a show, you need to go to a show. Scott's never been to a show. There was a show. There's going to be a show in August in St. Louis, I think. Now that's still a couple hours from Scott. Brian has asked me about going to that, but I just can't designate the time off work to do that. To go that. I probably could, but I just can't right now. So if you ever heard of Mid-Ohio, the racetrack, the exit for that is right here and is right off the highway. I've been on that track a few times in my life, in a Miata and a couple times in a Porsche. And I used to go there all the time and watch Indy cars and motorcycle racing. Those guys are crazy. Great track though. Excellent track to learn on to race. I wish they had that track on iRacing. It's a great track, really cool. A lot of elevation drops, really cool. But nothing like Laguna Seca or anything like that. But there's some elevation to it. Yeah, Mid-Ohio, great track, Paul. The Indy cars fly around there. But yeah, if you've never been to a show, please try to go to a show because it's totally different. You see old stuff, you see new stuff, you've seen stuff you've never seen before. There's 132nd, 124th, a lot of models, a lot of sets. So if you're a set collector, that's where you want to go. You can get a lot of old sets, pieces that you need. There's a lot of 3D printers, people that come there. Oh, that's cool, John. So my dad was a manager of a Porsche, Audi, Mazda, and Subaru dealership for 35, 38 years, something like that. So I was around Porsches my entire life. And that's why I collect Porsches. That's why I like them so much. My dream car was a 911 Speed Yellow Twin Turbo. That was my dream car. And if I won the lottery today, I would find one within that week. Some lady just walking down the highway. That's strange. Just with her purse. Oh, her car broke down up here. Oh no. She must have ran out of gas. She's on the other side of the highway. Porch. She's got a new car. She must have ran out of gas. Poor thing. But there's really no gas stations around here. She's gonna be walking for a long way. Anyways, that kind of stuff bothers me. I don't like seeing people struggle like that. But yeah, there's shows are really cool to go to. You know, and it's cool to, you know, you meet a lot of people. You see a lot of the same people at a lot of shows, like vendors and stuff, which is cool. Plane taking off from me, it's kind of neat. So that's why I enjoy going to the shows and helping Brian and watching Brian. But yeah, Porsches are just, you know, they can do 130 miles an hour all day long. All day. And I worked at my dad's dealership for a couple years. I was just like a porter. I'd take people home that was having their car worked on. I would bring them their car. So I got to drive a lot of Porsches. I got to ride in a Carrera GT, which was one of the first ones sold in the country when that car first came out. And the first ride that guy took in that car, he took me. So the first time he ever drove it was literally off the lot, was with me in the passenger seat. And he was a professional driver. He raced that. He actually raced that car. That car wasn't a street. He drove that car on a track. That's what he bought it for. So that guy had stupid money. But it was really cool. That car revved like a motorcycle. It was nuts. But that was the car that Paul Walker got killed in. Not that actual car, but that model of the car was a Carrera GT. Yep. 935s. Yeah. I'm a big 959. I like 959s, but 911 twin turbos. But the new stuff now looks unbelievable, and they're bigger, they're wider. So, but that's why I collect those Porsches, those 935s and the 959s. I'm not so keen on like the 917s. I like the 962s, but I'm not a big fan of the 917s. Oh, wow. That's cool, Ryburn. That's neat, man. Yeah, I think everybody likes Porsches for the most part. You know? They're not Volkswagens, that's for sure anymore. Oh, wow. Paul Newman's Porsches, yeah. Wow, that's cool. That's neat, John. Paul Newman. And then, who was I can't think of, what was the famous actor that got killed in his speedster? I think it was a speedster. What was that guy's name? Not Paul Newman. What was the other guy's name? He got killed in his. He was a race car driver too, but he was a famous actor. Can't think of his name. James Dean, thank you. Yep, James Dean. Yeah, he was a big Porsche guy and motorcycle. I think he was big into Indian motorcycles. Yep, James Dean. Ah, okay. Texted me. I don't know why my watch didn't alert me. But old friend texted me. But so yeah, we're heading to Pro Tinker Toys. We're an hour away, a little less than an hour. Help out Brian all day today, or most of the day. Until probably 1 or 2 o'clock, and then head back home. Like I said, shoot me a message. The original Adam Hurd at gmail.com. If there's something you are interested in, you'd like me to get from there, you know, see if they have it in stock. I can let you know. But we had 11 people at one time on here. It's pretty cool. Supposed to be 90 here today. That's why I left early. But yeah, so I'm gonna start doing some more racing. I might do a race night, or half the show is gonna be man, I'm hitting more construction. Half the show is going to be just, you know, if somebody wants to buy some cars, we'll do that. And then, yep, I thought it was in a speedster. And then we're gonna race, whether it's myself or Brianna or Alex. We're gonna race. So this area's been construction last time I came here, but they didn't do anything. So yeah, I got some good donuts for Brian. Actually, I'm probably gonna eat one myself off camera. But he didn't want Dunkin' Donuts. And then he wanted me to go get him corn tortillas. He's like, do you have a Mexican grocery store by you? I was like, no. And then he wanted me to drive like 20 minutes 15 miles out of my way each. I was like, Brian, I'm driving 2 hours to get to you. You live 10 minutes from it. Why am I going to do that? So I'll watch the store for you. You go get them. I know. Uh-oh. Somebody bit it on something. Put a whole donut in your mouth. No, I ain't doing that. Hey, Kenton. I showed up. I'm sorry, buddy. I showed up like literally the last minute of your show Thursday night. I'm just heading to Pro Tinker Toys, man. We were talking about the shows coming up soon. They're right around the corner. We're going to one I was saying in Kentucky at the end of August. So, and then we'll be in New Jersey, obviously. So, Kenton's got a great show. If someone hasn't checked his, he does Thursday nights, Pimp Your Layout. It's a real cool live stream. He allows people to show off their layouts, what they're working on. It's really neat. Kenton's into trains and slot cars, so he can. He's very knowledgeable in both, so he can answer any questions you guys have. So check out and subscribe Kenton's page. And check out everybody's, you know. But I'm doing more of these talks like this because I need to get. I'm real close to the amount of viewership on my channel. Not necessarily the subscriber side, but people actually viewing my channel can monetize me. So I don't care about the money side of it. I just want to promote my stuff more so people see it more. Because I promote Pro Tinkers a lot, so that will help them. It'll help Scott and everybody else, Mark. So yeah. Hey, Blue, what did you say? Oh, sweet. So yeah, I left the house this morning. Alex was sleeping. He's less every he builds forts. He doesn't do that. There's a TV in there, but yeah, he builds forts and he sleeps in them. And he's done that, and it's on the floor. He's done it every night this week. Oh yeah, I'm looking straight, Kevlar. Don't worry. It's right in my view though, so I can see it. But Kevlar, he's got some cool cars. Kevlar and real life cars. He's got some sweet stuff. He's a BMW guy, but he's got a nice vet, and things awesome. Kevlar, what year's your vet, if you don't mind? If you don't want to tell us, that's fine. 1963. Now I can't remember. Was it a split window or was it a convertible? I can't remember. I remember the color. I think it was silver. Yeah, that's right. I thought it was a convertible. Yeah, that's a sweet ride there, man. Does it have a 327 in it? Is that what it has in it? Yep, red interior. That's the color, man. What motor is it? The 327 original, or is it just a crate motor? Or gosh, my hands hurt. Nice. 327. That's what I thought. My uncle has that in his. He's got a Chris Craft, and it's got a 327 in it. Old wood boat. The wood boat. It's immaculate. It wins shows and all that. He lives on a lake. What? And then I think you got an M Series, right? You got an M Series BMW? Newer one? Those cars are fast. Uh-oh. Brake plates. Been on an hour exactly. Yep, M4. Ooh. So what year is it? Because my buddy's best friend just bought a 19, I think. Yeah, 500 horsepower. That thing scoots. That thing scoots. But yeah, my buddy, he bought a 2019. Okay, so yours is 16. Okay. He lives in Austin. He drove all the way to Alabama for it. Uh-oh. All right, 30 miles to where I get off 30. And I think I hit 23 there. But yeah, this car gets great miles. That's why I take it. 40 miles a gallon. Easy to drive. So, it's a great little car. Little Honda Civic. Because if I filled up my truck, it would cost $80. Yeah, 327s are. Hey, Jeff. But I tried to get Alex to come with me today, but he didn't want to. I think Brian scares him. He didn't want him to salute him. But he told me to bring him something back for Brian, so right. So yeah, 13 likes already, 10 people watching all day. That's neat. But yeah, I'm gonna even Alex last night, he was in the basement. I was packing up a few orders, and he's like, "Dad, we got to get the big cars going." And he meant the 132nd. And I'm like, "I know, I need to build the tables." So maybe when I'm here today, Brian can set me up a layout meeting on his program, and then I'll know how many tables I need for it. But yeah, 132nd's where I started in 07, 08 with SEX analog, and then we got into SEX digital real quick after the analog because we realized that it just came out, so we're like, oh, we gotta get that. So then that's how I came across Brian and bought stuff from him. And then when COVID hit, I wanted to set up a digital look, just like an oval for Alex, but I couldn't remember how to do the pick kit, like how to program it to where it limited the speed of the car. Excuse me. And for Alex, and so I Googled that, or YouTube searched, because I remember he was on YouTube, and that day he started his first live stream. And that's how I came across Brian again. And I've watched him every day since then. And I don't think I've missed a live. Maybe once or twice I missed a live stream. Maybe one. It's crazy. 4 or 5 years later. I think it was like 2019. Yeah, 5 years later. So pretty cool. See you, John. Thanks for stopping by, man. I'm surprised my wife's not watching. She hasn't commented because Alex likes watching. Man, I don't know why. I'm not tired. I just yawn. So we'll do a little bit longer, and then we'll shut her down. And I wanted to try at least do an hour. So, but is there anything you guys would like to see more on my live stream that I don't do enough of? Maybe racing, I would assume, or showing cars, or you guys tell me. I'm open to anything of that. But maybe we'll get lunch today at I think it's called the Farmhouse, or I forget what the place next door to Brian's is called. Country Farmhouse, that's it. Well, guys, I'm probably going to end up ending the live stream. I had 8 people. I was up to 11 at one time, so I thank you first thing in the mornings. I don't know how, it's got to be probably boring just watching me talk and drive, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. Shoot me a message if there's something you want. I'll look for those Black Cougars, see if he has any of those for Paul. And the Thunderjet pick kits, I'll let you guys know on that. Kenton, thanks for tuning in, buddy. Paul, Blue Oval, John, Ryburn, Mark. I don't think Jeff was in there. So, Norm, if you're watching this, I got your stuff, man. I'll be there. So, You guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to do more of these so we can get that viewership up more and get promoted more that way. So, guys, thanks again. Enjoy your weekend. Stay cool, hydrated, and hug the ones that mean the most to you. See you later.